click,
Are
click.
we Moraineless?
We are Maureenless for a little bit of time. Anrin
Okay.
had a foot off the teleporter when the teleportation happened, and will hopefully be joining us just a little bit later. But there was some excitement going on, so no dreadful excitement, just excitement that may have Anrin joining us just a little bit delayed. So Anrin's going to scoot off in that direction. And we're going to get ready to kick off here. So, hello, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. We are a community of people who play games and have fun. We play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, but don't let that fool you. We also have some Call of Cthulhu and other such games floating about. We're going to have a new campaign starting off in about 2 weeks for the Witchlight series that Alex will be running on Tuesdays, I think. We've also got our community campaign where you can hop in, drop in, and play some Dungeons and Dragons with us. We also have some chat and RP. And in fact, our friends over at Goodman Games are currently doing the reveal on that. We got a early access to it. So the audience may be a little thin today, but that's all right because they may be hanging out somewhere else. In the meanwhile, though, this party's got to deal with the Tower of Zonthal, where we left our party. They had just stepped onto a teleportation circle. There are 5 members of this party. Currently, there are 4 in the room, but they are not the same 4 that stepped on the teleportation circle. Anrin has had a foot or glaive hanging off the edge, and the teleportation circle refused to teleport part of a person. So Anrin got left behind, leaving Yaz, Rob Oakes, and Sholari. Still can't do it when I read it. Shodara. Nope, Shodara. Uh, on the teleportation circle, facing off against a collection of dragon cultists and mage. Chiquito, the party member who is a bit warforged-y, is currently laying on the table, and the way I imagined it happening was after the party got separated, Chiquito was discovered by a overwhelming force of cult mages and feigned, some might say, a death-like stance. They brought the still warforged inside, laid them down on the table, where they are also doing some work to clean dragon bones and such in preparation of making a Draco Lich to poke and prod at the wondrous mechanical person. Not knowing that the mechanical person was just waiting for an opportunity. When Yaz, Rob, and Shodara appeared on the teleportation circle, a quick wink was exchanged to let them know that Chiquito was not in imminent danger. Well, more so than being in a room full of cultists and mages. So that's where I would like to pick back up. The party, I believe, has had some rests reasonably recently. So they should not be completely on empty. But exciting times about to begin. If we could kick things off by
Casey,
clearing.
can you move us to the active map? We are on
Oh,
the big map. Oh no, that's the right one. I
Up.
just have to scroll down.
Yeah,
I forgot
we
those were in the same
still in the
place.
maze. Yeah,
I'm looking at the maze thinking, oh man, where are we?
Nope, just
I did the same thing.
it is the big map. It
Not
is
back
the
here
big map.
again.
Oh yeah, I was having like nom flashbacks. Yeah. All right.
Not quite that bad. And Anrin will hopefully be joining us a little bit, but combat waits for no elf. And we're going to get to find out what's going on. So, if everybody could go ahead and roll themselves into turn order as we finish getting organized here.
Gotta remember to click the token.
Tokens are important.
Sorry, it's loading up for me.
Oh, no worries.
Oh,
And I believe there was a very quick attempt to explain to these mages that yes, you are on the Roach Elimination Squad, but they're having none of it. So there's already
Right.
magics crackling about their fingers.
I will warn my employer about this.
Yes. but an effort was made. However, these particular folks don't care if you're the cleaning crew. They probably use those for spare parts if the cleaning crew is uncautious enough to come up in this direction. Let's put the turn order in order. Let's make sure everything's fitting on the map and on the overlay. Things look reasonable. And it looks like Rob Oakes will be the first to decide how this is kicking off. Yaz is probably still mid-spiel, but nope, it looks like Fire and Lightning is being summoned. Reroll count. So this is not a community campaign. So rerolls are individual and kept on specialized post-it notes each player holds. I believe they were getting
have a
low-ish. The
I
DM
have-
currently has
a lot
one.
right now.
Oh, do you?
I have
Okay.
5.
Wow. So I got to burn through some rerolls here.
We got loaded up last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't help them out. They don't need it. You know,
We
they're
got that.
fine. They're
No, I
fine.
mean,
We-
I
only have
We accept
I only
all
have
forms of
3.
help.
it's also sort of like a hug, and in this time,
Yeah.
getting a hug is nice.
Yeah. It's
Oh
it's how we
no.
know. It's how we know the chat likes us. It's
Yeah.
like a reroll is a hug.
Casey
I
always needs
need
more rerolls.
validation.
I only have 2 actually.
We'll just have to burn lots of them.
See,
Uh,
If I
gotta
don't crit, I reroll.
you know, maybe if you like got a little sign in your background that you put up there that you had your own personal reroll count on, you know, let people
that
know.
would be fun. I wonder.
Yes, you can do that with OBS, but it does chew on your processing power for very little effect. So, but in the meanwhile, Rob, what are you
The
doing?
high-tech way. Yeah. Rob is going to say, Chiquito, I thought the sign was supposed to be you wriggle your nose, you don't wink. And then I'm gonna cast you know.
The trick is he can't wiggle his nose or wink.
I know. I think
That was the sign.
I'm gonna cast.
They
Cloud
didn't
of-
notice when he put his hand up to wink.
I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers, right in between the two who are just north of Chiquito, splitting the difference between the two of them.
Right in between those two
And
there.
I'm gonna upcast that guy at 3rd level.
You know what? I think this fellow right here is going to look at you and say, I'm going to try and counterspell that at 3rd level.
And I can't counterspell the counterspell, can I? Because I'm
You-
casting the spell.
You can. It's still a reaction. You're allowed to do it if you choose.
I'm gonna let it burn.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the spell burn. And instead, I will. And I did not prepare any songs tonight. Sorry. Rough, long day. But I will inspire Chiquito. Bonus action. And because this dude pissed me off by counterspelling my spell, I'm gonna shoot him with a short bow.
Seems like a reasonable. Wait. Counterspell would have used your action. Or the attempt at the spell would have
yep,
used your
you're
action.
right. You're right. Yep, I lost everything. Yep.
Yes, please.
So
and
now I'm really pissed off at him.
and man, he even stole a really good short bow roll from you. So
Did he? I
yeah,
didn't look. Oh, well, that does blow. Oh well.
Rob, anything
Uh,
else?
All right, I have inspired Chiquito. I am going to cower behind Show.
You're going to cower behind Show. Seems a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah,
Show,
'cause
what
Show's
are
gonna move.
what are you gonna do?
It's not going to last long. I am going to rage and charge.
Rage and charge. Where are you raging and charging to? Whoa! Look at you.
Right up into there and calling down lightning on that mage. Counterspell this.
Counterspell that. Can't counterspell that. He's like, I'm trying, but does
1
not
point of
dodge either.
damage,
Takes 1 point of damage.
followed by Morningstar 1.
That's gonna super hit.
Oh, rage didn't go on that, so add 3 to that.
You got it. 11 there.
12
12.
total.
Oh, sorry. Add 3. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, my rage is 3 at this point.
Got it.
And then second swing.
19's gonna smack, and that's gonna be 15, 18.
Nice.
Crunch.
31 points to lead off there.
That hurts a lot. Anything else?
Nice Show.
No, that'll be it.
All right. With that, we're going to have A little shifty shift to the side here. We're gonna get a little zappy zap. And Rob, you are going to get some magic missiles coming at you.
I will shield.
You have not got a reaction at the moment that I'm aware of.
Oh, I don't.
You do because you didn't counterspell.
I
Oh,
didn't counterspell.
Oh, you did not counterspell, then you certainly
That's
do.
right.
And
So shield.
a shield, and you blow through a 4th level spell.
Wait, because that was my last first level spell.
No. Because he used a 4th level magic missile on you. So he just
Well, you
wasted a
just
4th level
negated it.
spell with a 1st level shield. So
I know, but I just realized I'm out of first level spells.
oh, fair enough. Dawson, thank you for the DM reroll. And is that 1 or 2 that you just did?
You die. You go to
Just
hell and you die.
re-damage successfully. I only see 1 there, so that's going to add 1 for me. Excellent. That's going to bring up one of our cultists who's going to casually walk over, reach over, and push a button. And Rob Oakes and Yaz are going to vanish.
Oh no.
Rob Oakes and Yaz, you
We've
find
been
yourself
teleported.
in a room up here. It's a meeting room. There's a bunch of dead cultists on the balcony. They don't know that. But they do know that you're no longer in the room. And then this cultist is going to walk over here and put his foot on the teleportation circle. He's also going to summon a spiritual weapon and try and bonk. Show, bonk. B? 20?
20 will do it.
7-point spiritual weapon bonk.
And that is force damage.
That is force damage. Bonk. And that is going to then bring up the cultist right in front of the pair of you. The cultist right in front of the pair of you looks at their options and says, you know, maybe we make the big scary lady drop everything? How about drop as a command? Show, could I get from you a DC 11 something saving throw? Wisdom, perhaps.
I'm on a reroll.
Okie dokie.
Oh man.
Show, on your turn, you will drop everything and then end your turn. Yaz, what you doing?
First thing Yaz would do is harness all of his training and press the button.
Okay, which button are you pressing?
I think this one was to get back to that room. It was like a square, right? I forget the options, but I think there was a square
I'm
involved.
desperately scrolling up to find where I wrote all those things down. So you are going to hit the one for that room, which we'll say is probably the square. But you hear a wonk wonk noise when you push that button.
Asshole. He's trapped us here. I think. I don't know. That's the only thing I can come to. There's no stairs in here, is there?
There are no stairs in here.
I don't remember
Blink.
us looking through here very, very carefully.
Sure. So what you remember is each floor is an enclosed space. There are no stairs. There are no real windows. The teleportation circle was the only way to move through it, and you've encountered teleportation circles that give you a wonk wonk before. It seems as though some safeties are built into it to prevent you from teleporting when something's already there, as well as preventing someone from being half on, half off from teleporting. That's probably how you lost Anrin at the moment. And we'll say, for convenience sake, one of the other ones that you try is going to wonk wonk because it's Anrin trying to get back to you at the same time.
Huh.
Do you have anything that can explode the floor? I don't know what floor we're on, or if it would be helpful.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say I don't know if we want to go up or down. I can move us if you want to make a guess, 300 feet one way or the other. I can. We got a guess, but we can go up or down. I can do it a couple times, you and me.
I wish I saw a window. Let's try up.
Well, I think we have to wait for my turn, but
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
it's my spell. Unless you have Dimension Door, I don't.
I do not. The closest thing that I have is blink, but you have to see where you're going, so I can't do that.
Right.
I vote up because big baddies always like to be on the highest floor so they can oversee everything.
I can't fault your logic. That's sound. We'll do
All
that
right.
on my turn.
All right. So Yas is holding discussion and deciding where to go. In the meanwhile, another cultist will go ahead and cast a spiritual weapon and attempt the bonk on show. And how about a show bonk? 16?
Nope.
Nope. That will bring up the fella who's looking awful hurt, standing right in front of show, incants and goes bloop bloop and disappears, turning invisible. You can hear that person shuffling away. I think you have to see in order to take opportunity attacks. Is that correct for you?
That is correct.
Okay. So this person over here who's ninja'd is somewhere, maybe not actually there. But that will bring us to then Chiquito. Chiquito in stealth mode, what are you doing?
I am in stealth mode. Well, Chiquito is going to go out mode. Let's. Chiquito will go ahead and I was thinking of multiple things to do, but since he went invisible, I am going to. Boop.
Boop.
Surprise.
Uh-oh. That's a big snake surprise. So giant snake appears. There used to be a Chiquito. I'm gonna sort some. Hang on, let me just move some things around here for convenience sake of tracking. We'll get that over near show because it's a spiritual weapon. That's a big snake in where Chiquito is. And hello, Homebrew Cafe. Thanks for swinging by. Our party is currently a little split. Chiquito, giant snake, what are you doing?
We'll go after. Actually, is this one hurt at all? I think not.
That
right?
one is not hurt at all. The two nearest you are not hurt.
Let's see. Constrictor state blind sight 10 feet. 5, 10. So I wouldn't be able to see.
You
Okay,
do not detect that mage.
I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and start working on this guy then.
Sure can.
Strict.
13 will hit. Do you have shield, buddy? You sure
Okay.
don't.
16 bludgeoning.
16 bludgeoning. That's a chunk.
Restrained.
And restrained. No likey. Chiquito, anything else?
Chiquito will. I say it's fair that Chiquito will try to move around to see if he could sense the mage. Since he can't move down, I'm trying not to min. So what do you call it? What do you call meta? But since
I mean,
he
you
can't
know,
move
you know the
down,
mage is up in that direction. So if you head north,
right?
you will find the mage.
I will move around
Oh,
and
yeah.
go hello
Right there.
and go like this, and with my back of my tail, I'll be pointing down right above it.
You got it.
If it helps, I don't know, but
So Chiquito calls out the location of the invisible mage. We've got one more cultist to go up here. This will be a combination bonk and flame. And we're gonna go for gonna keep working on show. So we're gonna have spiritual weapon bonk. 17.
No.
And then a sacred flame DC 11 dex, please.
And I
Oh.
have advantage on that while raging.
You got it.
So 14.
That will pass, and then it is Rob Oakes. And Rob Oakes, I think the plan was a dimension door. Is
Rob's gonna look up
okay.
first and see about how high the ceiling is here, so I can guess floors.
Okay. So you would I think there's something like 18-foot ceilings because they've got this one's
Okay.
got a level the
balcony.
balcony and then up again.
Yep.
So you
Does
would say
Dimension Door require that guess?
that's
I
what I
think
was
you
going
can
to
just
ask.
teleport to somewhere you know of.
Oh, and I just have
If
to.
it's in
I just
range.
have to have been there. Since I have been bebopping around, I wasn't sure if I had to have some kind of directional sense of where it was.
I think this just
If
qualifies
I
as
could
being
just,
in range.
so if I just picture it in my mind and it's within 300 feet, I can do it. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't actually open up the spell when I said I was going to do that.
No
Oh,
worries.
500 feet.
You picture it in your mind and you feel it is within 500 feet. So boop whoop.
Grab Yaz and we go.
You got it. Boop whoop. You end up here. And then what?
Well, if we're not on the platform, I just want to make sure we're not still on that because I don't want to go for another unanticipated ride.
Sure, you can teleport yourself off the platform.
Okay. And we show up, and I'm gonna say, "All right, let's get out of fireball formation," and then I'm gonna move over and go over there.
You got
and
it.
then I don't have a bonus action attack that I can use. I've already inspired. I'm gonna let it sit.
Excellent. Show, I think unfortunately you need to drop and stop.
Yes. So I have a question about that. I'm going to drop the Morning Star. A shield takes an action to drop. Do I drop my shield?
You cannot drop your shield, so it is just your weapon. Your shield you have to actually unbuckle, so
Okay.
don't have to do
so,
that.
So I drop my Morning Star where I am, and I end my turn.
Sounds good. That will bring us to one of the magic users up north. That magic user will look about and say, hey, a lot of stuff happening.
Hey, Casey?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what are these blue? Are these little buckets of water? Are
Oh,
they?
they are small wells filled with arcane energies. They are not water. This area is
Okay.
being used to convert a dragon corpse into a Dracolich ready skell, so it's got a lot of flesh removal juices in it.
Not something I could use as cover though. It's not big enough for that.
If you were prone, you would have cover
Okay.
behind it, but standing or even reasonably crouching, probably not.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it. And since you are a mage and you just popped back in, and other mages don't like mages.
I'm a bard, damn it.
I mean, they haven't heard much singing. They've just seen a lot of teleporting. So.
See, that sort of hurts.
And then there was the shield that happened. So you're gonna get a little.
They were asking for that though.
They were asking for it.
I don't know.
Oh no. We're gonna Chuck. Are we in? Since you mentioned it. No, they don't want to fry their own. Damn it. So he's gonna risk it for the biscuit. Come on down. He's gonna line you up, and he's gonna throw the cone of cold. And it's gonna be Show, Yaz, and Rob as he shoots over that little pedestal, blasting you with a chilly frost. And that is a 60-foot cone. Show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oop, can he squeeze that? I think this fellow right here is going to join you in the cold. Get out of the way, you idiot. Show, Yaz, Rob.
This is not a counterspell opportunity.
Could be.
Go. Yeah, I should probably do that. That's
Is
a
it?
really bad spell. Yeah, I'm gonna counterspell that.
All right.
I'll counterspell that at 4th.
Okay. He will react to counterspell the counterspell, also blowing a 4th level spell.
Okay, so what happened? He has to roll, right? Or is
Nope.
4 and 4 meets
Forward
it, so
4
he
meets it,
blows
so
Okay.
that spell goes through.
I didn't want to use my 5th level spell slot on that guy. Sorry.
Nope, that's fair.
It's fair, but you are churning through their spells.
So con save, huh?
Con save.
Gonna
Ruh-roh.
re-roll it.
That's better.
I'm burning those re-rolls.
Gotta use them up. Everybody else passes. 20 points of frosty damage
It's the half.
incoming for the half.
Yep. Okay.
And for
That's
my
not good for Rob.
cultist back here. Oh, poor cultist.
He dead.
We will expend one of the DM rerolls.
Okay.
Nope, he's still dead. Tried to save you, buddy.
I
But
have
no.
no healing potions.
And
That's not something we've really had in this campaign.
No, we have not gone and purchased them. We haven't even tried.
I don't think you have really. Fanatic. We're gonna do the Bonk and Flame combo on show. Sacred Flame, DC 11 Dex, please. Spiritual Weapon.
I get it at advantage.
You got it. Passing there. 17.
17 will miss me.
We'll miss you. That's got it. That's gonna bring up my 2 more. One of which is doing the Flame and Bonk combo on show. Which is going to be my Sacred Flame, which you pass easily. Spiritual Weapon misses you. They might want to start aiming at another person. And then this fellow right here is currently being held by a big giant snake. Doesn't like that so much. So looks that big giant snake in the eye and says, "Flee."
Don't forget you have inspiration.
Can I have from the giant snake a wisdom saving throw? DC is 11.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too hard for Chiquito.
Oh,
you
That's
got
close.
it.
try.
It's
Real
closer
hard
than
not
it
to
should
do
be.
it.
That's like me on a con save.
That'll bring us through then to Yaz. Yaz, what are you up to? You know what? I'm just gonna take the spiritual weapons off the board. They're making a mess. They're still there. They're hanging out around show.
Gotcha. Well, I don't like the position that Rob is in, so let's see. Can I go that far?
Yeah, that was not my smartest move. But
I can do that. I go here. Yes, I go there. And I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to cast Hex on them. Weep. Oops, I didn't. I meant to click the info because I forget what it is. I
Okay.
haven't done it in a while. Place a curse, and I'm going to place it on this dude here.
On that dude there. As you go to incant the curse, the invisible mage tries to counter that. It will do so with a 3rd level spell. Yours is currently going at 5th or 6th. What do yours go off at?
5th.
5th. And so we need a intelligence check here, which he aces. The hex spell fails.
No! I hiss wherever I think that's coming from because he's invisible. And then I'm going to schmack.
There's a big.
Is it greater invisibility or is he visible now?
He's greater invisible.
No.
I don't like this guy at all.
Wild. You made
Clearly
me
a
burn a
bastard.
spell. I should have known.
Hate that guy.
Hate
Yeah.
him. I'm going to boop with my own version of rage. Boop. And
The first one, not so much. The second one did a lot better. 6 points of booping.
yeah.
Anything
too
else
bad.
for you?
Nope, that's it.
All right, that's going to bring up that invisible mage once more. That invisible mage Going to eye up the layout here. Kind of be like, hey, if I go over here and then scoot around this way, just a little bit more, teensy bit more. Yeah, I can cut that corner. And so he is going to fire off at Show a whole ton of magic missiles. That's not it. Why did you do that? Because you're gonna make me click the button 8 times. Magic missile is 3, and then 1 more. 3 and then 1 more. Yep. Okay, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show you got 8, 12, 17, 22, 25 points of magic force damage flying at you.
Okay.
That will then bring us around to Chiquito. Chiquito, what are you doing?
Okay, question.
Mhm.
First off, I was in the room for a bit.
Yep.
Would I know what these are? And I know you had mentioned that.
Oh sure. So those are pools of magical ichor used to dissolve the flesh and essence off of dragon bones. All kinds of nasty stuff in there.
Okay.
Sparkly and magically though. And they are sort of like stone wells, not really part of the floor, but built in enough that you're not knocking them over easy.
All right. I guess that's good enough for me to know what I'm gonna try to do because I'm interested to see what's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and whatever I think might be easier, either push this guy in or dump it over his head.
Definitely push him into it.
Okay.
Would be the way to go about that. Go ahead and give me a. You could either let go of the grapple on one, do your attack, and then drag him into it in your coils, or do a shove attack without letting go of the other fella. Which would you prefer?
All right. I would prefer to constrict him.
Okay. You let
I
go
don't
of
want.
one to constrict the other.
Yep. There we go.
25. Yeah, even it, yeah, he got nothing. Can't shield it, can't do nothing. Let's see some damage on the constrict. That's
11 bludgeoning.
11. So good news. You do dunk him in the goo. Bad possible news. He was already dead before you started doing it. So you're just like dunk to dunk, and you get to see like kind of the flesh and stuff slough off of him, as it is basically a flesh begone pot.
I look
Nice.
at it, and then I look back at the other cultists, and I do a little snake. Little snake smile.
They're not so pleased with that. Chiquito, anything else?
I am going to. Whoop.
You got it. You whoop your way over there. That's going to bring up some cultists. Those cultists are going to. What you got left in the barrel here, guys? They will spiritual weapon boop on Show first. Spiritual weapon boop Show. Woof. The flames haven't been working, so they are going to command Show to flee once more. See if we can get that to land. DC 11 Wisdom saving throw on Show.
No, reroll.
I'll try. My odds are terrible.
No.
Oh,
Burning up all my rerolls though.
Show will be
Sorry.
running come Show's turn, but Rob, what are you doing?
Well, any chance Rob saw the flesh-eating stuff happen to the left?
I think Chiquito put that on display for everyone.
So I had some idea of just trying to use a spell in a creative way.
Okay.
I was thinking about thunder waving these guys, but trying to make all the goo splash on him.
To be fair, does Thunder Wave affect objects? I don't remember this one.
It doesn't.
Okay, so I'm going to say it little splash,
Yeah.
but no more so than the actual set does.
All right. Well, that's still my best choice. So I'll Thunder Wave. I'm gonna do it at level 3.
You got it. That will invoke a counter. Wait. Hasn't had his turn yet. Yep, you're free. Go for it.
All right. Thunder Wave at level.
Unsecured objects that are within the area are pushed.
Oh, then yes, we will get a little splash effect.
Okay.
Excellent.
And I would be going for that. That would be kind of my thing. So.
You got it.
All right. Thunder Wave level 3. I'm trying to angle it away from Yaz.
Nope.
You know.
Ignoring
Okay.
that, that was me hitting the wrong button. We want Constitution saving throws. We'll start over here with the Mage. That's not going to fly. We're going to go over to the Fanatic. That's not going to fly. We will take our 21 points of damage to start. Yes, yes.
And then the Fanatic gets pushed 10 feet back too, but I was angling it away from Yaz, so I don't know which way he'd go.
We'll just kind of thump them back, kind of lined up
Okay.
there. And at the same time, we've got that spray going up. I'm going to give them a Dexy check to try and get out of the spray. Nope.
2.
Yep. Okay, so
Oh,
Colt
okay.
Fanatic will not get the spray. Go ahead and give me an extra D8 as you coat them with flesh off goo.
Flesh off. Flesh
Eh.
off.
Flesh
Kind of
on,
worth it.
Flesh off.
It's got it. Rob, anything else?
No. I think I'm good. I can't disengage really. Don't have a bonus action. 1 second, please. I need to look at one thing real quick. It won't take me long.
Sure, not a problem.
I don't know where I put my character sheet. There it is. All right, character sheet. Is this a bonus action by any chance? As an action. So nope. Nothing more from me.
You got
no
it.
Thing.
Show, please run away.
I will do so.
Zoom.
And I can't really go any further.
That is true. You just sort of get to that point and maybe jump a little.
So how does that spends his turn running away fastest means possible? That's what I got.
Yep. I feel that's qualified. Did you reach there without using your dash?
Oh yeah.
All right. I will say you probably still got an action left then. That one doesn't end your turn. Poorly worded.
I have 15 feet more before I even use up my move.
Kind of wiggle up and down the wall a little.
So
Okay, I'm coming back now.
so do I
No,
have
just
just an action left, or do I have the rest of my move left?
You have your action left, but you can't really
Okay.
get closer because you're supposed to keep moving away, but you're sort of away.
Okay.
And then what?
Well, then I guess I'll drop the Morning Star and hurl a hand axe at this guy.
Sure. Seems a reasonable thing to do.
Miss.
10 will miss though.
That'll be it.
You got it. I think that will bring us to our surviving mage here, who is running a little low on things, but has got enough in the chamber to drop an ice storm on Yaz, Rob, and our big snake.
Man, ice storm. Can I see that?
You can see him casting it. Sure can.
Oh man, do I want to burn a spell?
Wait. How big is that? How big is that?
Ice storm is bad, right?
Ice storm is bad, but wait, let me make sure. You know what? Nope. I'm sorry. He's a better mage than I am. he knows how big 20 feet radius is. I thought that was 20-foot diameter. He is not going to do Ice Storm
Okay.
because he's running low on people. So instead, it will be the Magic Missile show. And because we already know what happens when we sent magic missiles at Rob, we are going to be sending these at the up and close and personal Yaz.
Man, it's not a touch. I was like looking to see if I could cast shield on Yaz, but I can't.
No, that's self only.
Self only.
So Yaz, you have 6 magic missiles coming your way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
5, 9, 13, 17, 22, 25 points of 4C damage.
Got it.
Fnatic is going to shout out to Rob.
17. I think that's 24, Casey.
Oh, did I do it wrong?
I'm doing it again in my head. 5, 9, 13, 17, 22, 24.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll accept it.
It is, yes, please always check the math.
If we go to 1, we will be really thankful for that.
Yep.
And let's see here. So that is over to one of our fanatics. One of our fanatics is going to send the spiritual weapon still after show for a bonk. Show, bonk, spiritual weapon. 12, no. All right, we're just going to give up on that one. And we are going to use one of our dwindling command spells to throw a grovel at the upcoming Yaz. Yaz, can I see a wisdom saving throw? DC is 11.
You're super wise.
I do.
That laugh did
I
not
do-
sound convincing.
I inspired the wrong person this time around.
I have proficiency in it, so that's good. I have a reroll. I'm gonna do a reroll.
Yeah, +3. It's worth it.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Worth it.
You got through one of them. The other gives up on the show spiritual weapon and starts making its way back over to the rest of the team. It's going to stop by and give a bonk on the snake, giant snake, spiritual weapon bonk. 11. Guess can't bonk for crap. Is going to give a little. Got any commands left? You're running low on those.
Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit
But-
of your bonk to me.
But you only use one of your 3rd level spells, which means you can cast Hold Person. And we're going to try a Hold Person on Show to keep Show away. Show,
Ooh.
can I see a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw, please?
Probably not.
Counter spell!
Oh! Whoop!
I called it out before he rolled it, didn't I?
You did, but I will give the tie in favor of the optimal outcome. Because
Okay.
I heard counter bloop. So
Okay.
we'll give it there, but I will follow up with, well, we're going to try one more time then, with a Hold Person from another cultist coming at Show. Show's got that one on lock. Spiritual weapon bonk going on the snake. Snake. Wow, what? Guys, come on. You're my super threatening team here.
You really cannot depend on fanatics.
Just rough. Yaz did pass the grovel check, so Yaz, what are you doing this turn?
Who was the one that asked me to grovel?
I believe it was this fellow right here.
Step up. I give him a big smile, and I smack him.
He's like, you're groveling wrong, Glook, and down.
Oh, he was down with that?
The first one got him.
Perfect.
The second one, are you transferring over to our mage friend?
Yeah, yeah.
You got it. That 6 will smack.
Cool. And because I can, I'm going to do my Hungry Jaws, which lets me bite as a bonus action, and hopefully get some temporary hit points. Chomp.
Do not want.
Dang it.
Nope. 7 will miss. Yes, anything else?
Slippery mage. That's it.
Got it. Chiquito. Giant snake, what you doing?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I killed it, right?
you did kill a thing?
Sure.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Can I?
Rip out his soul.
Yeah.
I think you can. Is there any restriction on that? Does it have to be?
I don't think so. I think it just has to be humanoid. I haven't used it in a while, so I need to actually look back
I
at
don't.
it.
I don't remember it having to have one of your curses on it. I think you just get to do it.
Yeah, starting so you can curse the soul of a person I slay. I have
Yep.
slayed a person, temporarily binding them service. When you slay a humanoid, you can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I can do it.
Yep.
Whee!
Boop,
For
boop.
for the sake of flavor, instead of me biting it and pulling the soul out, the hammerhead on the end of my weapon stops and pulls it out.
Nice.
York.
Because it has to be pulled out with a bite.
Has to pull with a bite. I mean, it just wouldn't be, your type of specter if it didn't have bite marks.
I'm going to
So
pretend I didn't see that.
Shit, yes, that is some terrifying stuff right there. I mean,
I don't want to talk about it.
just so scary.
Chiquito, it is your turn. A friendly specter has entered the fray and will be acting on Yaz's turn from here forward. I think I saw a blink on one of my cultists here. Yep.
Yep. Drake.
Constrict.
Clicked it.
Not yet
I'll
for
click it
me.
again.
There we go.
18.
Both hit. Let's see one of those damages. 12
12
points. Still standing.
It's restrained.
Is restrained. Kirk. Chiquito, anything else?
Going to move here. That's the end of my turn.
You got it. Rob Oaks.
Well, Rob is gonna basically try to save on some spell slots. And I am gonna viciously mock this guy.
Oof.
You-
Wisdom?
Well, let me just drop it in here.
Wisdom. Ooh.
I can't say that I care for that.
He passed.
He did.
He did.
So, with that, I will throw an inspiration at Yaz, and give Yaz inspiration as my bonus action. I don't have any cool flavor for that. That's all I'm doing.
You got it. Shalala.
I'm ready to take a turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna run over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack this guy. First, I'm gonna call lightning down on him.
Sure can. And he's going to try and avoid it, but doesn't.
I'll take 2 points of lightning damage,
Sure do.
followed by Morningstar the first for
Ow.
14.
Still alive.
Morningstar the second for 12 more.
Oh, still alive. Barely.
Then I'm gonna push the 2 chairs button.
Okay. Boo! Whip.
And then I'm gonna provoke an opportunity attack as I step to here.
He will take the opportunity attack and see what he can do here. Dagger. Nope, just one dagger. Boop. Nope.
No.
And so that brings us to
Oh,
our.
I'm sorry. I wanted to push the button for the one with the dead cultist on it. I wanted to send him to his future.
Oh, the 2 chairs. Sorry. Yes.
I want to send him to a place of foreboding.
Yes, he's looking at a pile of cultists. He's like, oh dear. And with that, Alex has stopped by to pick up a reroll for everyone. So everyone, please
Thanks,
Hey,
Alex.
update
thanks,
their
Alex.
list.
Thank you.
And just as they get that, they may have a reason to use that, as finally things have cleared out enough that it will not weigh on this mage's conscience when he kicks off something that has a 20-foot radius. And that is going to go ahead and hit Yaz, Rob, and the big snake as a fireball goes putt-putt.
Oh no.
Whoosh.
Putty.
Putty putty. Now, good news, bad news. This mage has used up his 5th level spell, so it will not be a 5th level fireball, but it will be a 4th level fireball coming at you. So, fireball, level 4,
The
submit.
Dexy.
Dex. Oh, that is the worst fireball.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, fireball, you have
What a crap.
failed me.
That's pretty bad.
And I have to roll for my specter
Bad
too,
shot.
right?
Not the Spectre. He did not cast to immolate himself, though he did basically scorch this fella here.
Oh wait.
Oh, I will take 10 points.
Oh,
9 points of damage.
21, so half it to 10.
21. Okay, 10. Okay.
Yeah, because my upcast got me all of
2 more points.
2 extra points.
That's a shame. I hate seeing that.
It's just
You hate to see it.
it's a sad day. But that will be my mage's action. My mage's bonus action is Nuffum at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and move that turn order forward to the cultist. So we've got a cultist still in the room who is going to look at Show, reach over, and push a button. Show, they're going to push the
Uh-oh.
1 chair button. Whip, whip. Whoosh. And then they are going to step on.
Uh-huh.
That was an action. For the bonus action, we will do a bonus action bonk. The mace is still following the snake around. Snake bonk. Spiritual bonk. Snake 15?
I think
Yep.
that is. Yeah.
You got it. 4 points there. Drop in the bucket, I'm sure. But Yaz, what are you and our new Spectre friend doing?
yes. We'll go with the tried and true method of bonk and bonk.
Bonk and bonk on the mage. The mage will invoke a shield, which
Curses.
will cause those 2 to miss.
Double curses.
Yaz, what's that Spectre doing?
Spectre. Lifesteal.
Steal.
Or life drain.
Life drain. Oh, 22 is pretty good. That will
Ooh.
hit even through the shield. 8 points of drainy drain. And we're not going to bother with the Constitution check because he's not going to live that long. Anything else?
I think that's all he can do, so that's it. Or
You got it.
yeah, no. Yeah? Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
I can do.
Chiquito, what are you up to?
This mage here is still alive.
Yes, the 2 mages in the room are still alive. They
Oh.
both look a little rough.
I don't even know where the
Okay.
other one is.
Sorry, the cultist to the south.
Fanatic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The
fanatic.
fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cultist and
Alright.
mage. Sorry about that.
Let's see. Well. Here, constrict.
Okay. Did it go? There it goes. 18's gonna hit. Show me 5. That's 17. Curse splatter.
5, 20. Uh. I guess I'll get. I'll stay here. And it was an action. It's an action to push the button, correct?
It is an action to push the button, correct.
Okay.
Rob Oakes.
Rob's torn right now. My whole thing was gonna be to smack the hell out of that cultist for making Show disappear. So now I sort of want to grab this mage and be like, bring her back. But I'm pretty sure we can figure it out on our own, and we don't need him. So Rob's going to.
Paul, are those your rerolls on your post-it note?
Yeah, those are my rerolls. I have them taped to my head.
Behind
Uh,
him,
I dig
as
it.
requested.
As requested, I have now. People can see I currently have 6 rerolls. All right. It's gonna be a good night. I am.
Fucking around.
We're not fucking around. Rob doesn't have a great spell to end this guy. Not that's worth it. I
Just stab him. Every time you stab, it works out really well.
You know what? I'm gonna just go with the rapier. Let's see what happens. Stabby
Got
stab.
it. Stabby stab. 14's not gonna stabby stab him. Not with that shield up.
But Rob could re-roll.
Rob could reroll.
Yeah,
You have to
hold
change
on.
your post-it note.
I got it. Okay.
We will work on a more interactive reroll posting system later. 20 will do.
No, this one's perfect.
5 points of damage is enough, actually. The
Yes!
mage falls. 1 fireball left in the chamber does not get a chance to go off. Well done, Rob Oakes.
Rob holding his rapier going, I just never use it. I just feel like I should use this more. Put it back.
When we got the sets, I never thought I'd use the small pans.
Exactly.
Let's jump downstairs, and I believe we're going to see is a jumping situation in just a moment. There
Absolutely.
is a cultist on a balcony.
Yep. Jump up here.
Yep.
Stand on the railing.
Yep.
I'm going to point to the bottom, to the pile of cultists. And I'm going to say, you get in it now or I put you in it in a moment. And I'm going to give him the chance to surrender.
Go ahead and give me a. Are you using your action for an intimidation?
I will do that, yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a action for an intimidation. Let's see what you.
Can I use strength rather than charisma on that?
I feel that's
I'm just
appropriate
trying
in
to
this
look terrifying.
situation.
So this will be at 5 points higher than whatever I roll.
Okay. Yes, even without the 5 points higher. He's like, that seems reasonable, and just heads on over into the pile, and just like
reasonable cult fanatic.
worms his way down in there. Just like, ooh.
Right, then I'm going to pull him out of it and press the button and bring us both back, holding him.
He kind of got scruffed by a cat, as you show back up in the room where Dracolich is being made.
Is or was?
Is in process. Is not actively anymore. There are bones.
Just interrupt us.
There are bones and things.
So there's currently things on the. Wait a second, is that another cultist right there?
That's the
Brought
one
him
that
with me
Show
in
just brought.
case you wanted to ask him questions.
He's like,
Oh,
Ooh.
good. It's good you said something because Chiquita looked around and went.
He pops in with Show like holding him off the ground by his collar.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's talk about what you see in this room now that things calm down a little bit. Painted renditions of Dracoliches line the walls of the chamber, and a stone altar in the center of the area features the skeletal limbs and claws of a dragon. A half-dozen cultists are splattered all over the room, looking rather surprised at your appearance. The skeletal forelimbs of a dragon have been mounted to the altar, and they just constantly sort of like critch, like they want to claw something.
And is there any way of knowing how far along in the right they were to bring this thing back, or?
So give me an Arcana. Let's find out.
Rob's gonna foolishly move closer to take a look,
Sure.
because that could be fun later.
Yeah.
And then Arcana. I will use a reroll because
Why
the
don't you
tape.
just ask Trevor here? He'll know.
Oh,
Yeah, Trevor. Hey, hi.
yeah. I got 5
What's-
rerolls. Let's save those for later.
What's up, Trevor? Give us the
Hi.
deep.
Trevor Slattery.
What would you like to know?
How far
Ev-
along was this?
The snake will know if you are lying.
Oh, well,
As
I mean,
yeah,
if
I'll start dragging the pail
I
over.
if if you have a dragon that's ready to die, we could I could do this now. I'm ready. Yeah, just get a dragon to. I mean, we got to get him his potion.
Oh, but like this. Wait. All right. I have a couple questions with what you just said. One is, did I misunderstand? Actually, this is for Casey. Did I misunderstand that the there isn't a current dragon being transformed here?
There are bones of a dragon in this room that look like they're
Okay.
being cleaned up and made
And
all
prepared.
prepared.
So
There's
when he says
also
bring a dragon, I'm like pointing up, going, well, what's wrong with this one?
they're just bones.
All right, but I thought you were making a Dracolich.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know.
No, actually, this is the face of people in the know.
Oh,
Explain it to me like I'm stupid, Trevor.
boy. Are you familiar with liches?
Mm-hmm. Got it. Yep.
So
Riches and money. That's all life is.
oh, uh,
I got
gonna have to
hundreds of problems
really
and a lich ain't one.
let me see how far I can bring this down for you. Okay, if you take a person's essence, okay, like their soul essence.
I look to my friend, my specter friend.
That's a great example, actually. So if we were to take your friend there, he looks really familiar. And we were to squeeze him down into a gem, okay, and
Into a gem.
into a gem, okay,
Uh-huh.
or other phylactery. I mean, gems are popular. Some people
You
use
watch your
vials,
language, Trevor.
but so we compress into a gem, and then that gem can animate other bodies. So a dragon's essence would be condensed down into a gem, and then it would animate this body.
Mm,
Now,
okay.
Gotcha.
now
Okay.
often the dragons that we're going to transfer have suffered some injury or old age or a malaise of some sort. So a nice, fresh, intact body, is appealing to them. They're suffering, from some malady. Perhaps they ran afoul of, someone with a sword. So we give them the latest model, do a little
So what
underbody
you're
work.
saying is bring a fresh dragon here, and you're gonna put this essence in that body. Is that what I'm picking up?
I mean, we're a full service shop. We would take, the bones to the dragon, home delivery and all that.
It's a dragon chop shop.
A crass but accurate way to express it.
Hmm. Huh.
So we're good.
This is fascinating.
I don't.
Rob
There's
is
no one here
actually
that could understand. There's no
horrified
one
by
here
all of
that.
this.
There's no one here that could understand me, huh?
Not at the moment. I think Anrin is currently like frantically pushing the wrong button every time, and like
Yeah,
ending up
That's
on every
nice.
wrong floor.
sounds good. Chiquito will come back as Chiquito. Hey there. I was a snake.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Apparently,
What's your name? What's your real name?
Travoy. It's weird
Travoy. Yeah, that was
coincidence.
close. That was close, so.
A very good
Hey,
guess, sir.
I'm your
so
boy
why?
Travoy. Just
Hey, okay. Is that what they say?
no.
Wait. Why? I
I
got a question.
tried,
I
but they
didn't think
wouldn't.
so. Not catchy.
I mean, I thought it was. So, yeah. So
Hey, Travoy.
that's what we do here.
What? Why? I thought the cult was in the process of bringing back Tiamat. Why all of a sudden you're doing all this stuff?
Well,
This is the
that's
old cult, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
this is the old shit, right?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're not into that, revivalist
So you're
nonsense.
old school cult here.
I like to think we are.
You're the traditionalist.
That's a
Yeah.
fair
The
assessment.
OC.
OC.
Orthodox cult.
Yes.
The original cultist.
Yeah, that's right. This is
The
the
O-
OC.
the O-
We're,
the
we're dealing with
OG.
the OC here.
Eating, louding, loading.
Oh
Uh,
man. Swear, ever since we left Anrin's forest, life ain't been nothing but liches and knolls. I'm just saying. It's been crazy.
so yeah. I mean, um, we're primarily traditionalists. That's part of why we're researching to make sure that what's been recently espoused for the dragon masks is accurate and in
Right, so that
keeping.
wasn't. Speaking of masks,
Yeah, let's
that was an idiot waving one around yelling. Where is he?
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't hear
I
about
think
the idiot
Uh,
waving a mask around and yelling.
Trevor, do we need to incentivize you to remember?
Um. So
Push the specter a little closer.
before you do anything rash, just do me a favor and just take a listen and turn around a little bit and let me know if you
Turn
hear
around.
anything. And if you do, you realize there's no walls and there's super thick floors and super thick and there's no real. So it's possible that he wouldn't know what's going on another floor. So I mean, if you saw somebody waving something, unless it was in this room,
Within the last 12 hours, you haven't heard nobody's come to say, "Hey, Jackass is waving the thing around. We've got to kill him."
no.
Hey,
Okay, well that's promising. Maybe he's only slightly dead.
can I try to sneak a wink to Yaz?
Sure.
All right.
Trevor, look
so,
at me.
I want to kind of give Yaz a sly wink to play along, Yaz. So Yaz, you were just telling me you can do this with people still alive now, right? Like you can just turn them right into a specter, right?
Oh yes, it's quite easy.
Well, yeah, that's
You just
what I
have
thought.
to dig your teeth. You see these teeth, and he's gonna open his mouth up wide and point to some of the longest of his fangs. You just have to
Rob's
dig
not
these
gonna lean
in.
in and go, that one?
That one.
Yeah, that's the one.
And
Joe
you just
looks
have to
utterly mortified.
get in real close, and he's gonna get in really close to the cultist and put his teeth right
Yeah,
against
I mean,
Oh my
the
god, I
neck.
can't watch. I can't watch
You
this.
know what?
Yeah.
Hold on though.
Uh-huh.
We could hold on. We could soften up the meat a bit.
no. I mean, think. Okay, so so we use potions, like delicious
Here-
strawberry flavored, like whatever our client requests. No need for teeth. No need
I
for
want
teeth.
bubblegum.
We
No,
could. I don't even. What's that? But
no.
I'll
Hey,
make whatever. You just tell me what it tastes like, and I'll make one for you.
Here's the thing, Trevor. I just want to ensure you're gonna stick with us and you're gonna stay quiet and you're gonna tell us where we need to go right now. Because otherwise, Yaz is gonna be your best friend for eternity.
I don't want that.
Well, I
I-
love Yaz. I
I-
don't know why
He's
you
a
would
pretty
want
good
that.
guy.
I
It's
mean,
really,
Yaz is
not
pretty
bad.
That
awesome.
is great. Why don't you? You don't like Yaz?
Why
Are
do
you
you
saying
not
don't
want to
like
be
Yaz?
Yaz's friend?
I kind of
You
put
don't
all
like
my
Yaz?
I kind of bet heavy on the whole dead dragons taking over at the end. I don't
Mhm,
really have
mhm.
much in the way of a, bankroll left to invest, speaking from a, soul percentage in a
Oh, well,
new
see,
potential
that's the
eternity.
great thing, because if Yaz takes your soul out, then he controls it, so you don't need to.
You really wouldn't get. It's kind of like a soul light at this point, like,
Yeah.
Oh, did your friend had the full one and you don't?
I
Because he took his out just fine.
I
I mean, this guy, I think we're
We're
calling him what,
wondering why he
Steve?
looks
Is
familiar.
this guy the Steve?
there's a lot of
over here?
holes in him. It looks like Swiss cheese.
You know what? Hold on, everybody. Trevor, where are you from, there, Trevor?
Here and there.
Oh,
Um,
what got you in this whole
I've been
cult to
there.
begin with?
Well, I mean, I wanted to rule the world, and
Rob wants to sing.
they
Everybody wants to.
they they had a really good recruitment system. They were like, join the cult or die, and I was like, I could
Option A,
cult.
please.
Yeah.
What the question? The thing is, it didn't work out too well because now you're kind of now it's kind of the opposite. Now it's because you joined the cult, you're gonna die.
But I lasted 10 years longer, and I'm really hoping that you give some sort of, potential extension life plan.
Do you know
That's
how to
okay.
get to
What?
the Hourglass Place?
The dungeons down below. You just have
The
to
one
have.
with an hourglass.
Oh yeah, you just have to have the key.
Right.
Where's the mask?
So if there was an idiot who was waving a key around, where would they hide it?
If you were an idiot, where would you hide the key?
Rob's
So
whole
wait,
plan with
did you
threatening him.
you
Sorry.
saw the idiot from outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So there's only one floor with a balcony, and it's the top floor.
Casey,
No,
we
that
saw
tracks-
him
that
fall
sounds
down
right.
though, right? Like
We
we
saw
him
somebody
go
else fall
sailing.
down.
Oh.
We
think.
did confirm that it was someone else
Okay.
because it was long enough for it to, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Confirmed splattage. So if you're looking for a room with a balcony, that would be further up. And that would be the only one you can see from outside.
Trevor, you're coming with us now. You know you're coming with us, right?
Is there any I could just like
Nope.
No, Trevor.
I could
Don't-
take you back to the balcony and put you in with the buddies. But
I mean,
Yaz might need to take the soul out first.
no, I've got a potion here that would knock me right out. I could just drink this
Got a
and
see it
hammer
real
here that
quick?
would knock you
Can I
right
see
out.
it? Can I see that potion?
Man,
Sure.
how grim
I mean-
are we?
sure.
Thank you. Okay, you don't have the potion anymore, there.
Oh,
You don't.
no, but I had a potion. Right. But
We are the weirdest heroes ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so
We don't want him to.
you're
We don't want him to
you're
get
coming
knocked
with
out.
us, Trevor.
I
Trevor
have to tell a
But-
story
or
later
Trevor.
off air.
I mean, if I oh look,
Really, we phrase it like we're asking, but we're not.
I
That's all
know.
it is.
It's just I would feel bad like if you were there and my friends were there, then I'd have to choose between you. But here I don't have to
No,
choose
you
anything.
really
I could just
don't.
I could just
You don't have to make a choice.
tie.
Your
and
choices have
protect
been
you.
made for you.
Yeah, we'll protect you. Don't worry.
Also,
That,
Trevor,
the fact that you're helping us and showing us where to go, yeah, don't worry, we'll help you. They
And-
wouldn't.
and
You-
we'll also get you someplace safe after this. We'll make sure
Yeah.
we get you someplace where hopefully you will not try to animate dead dragons.
Yeah.
I give
and-
you my word. If it is within my power to get you out of here alive, if you help us, I will do it.
All right.
Holy
Okay.
shit, I was lying, but she never lies.
Oh, that doesn't make me feel good at all. Now I'm causing inter-party
No,
conflict with you.
No, I do whatever
and
she says
I
because
just.
I'm in love and shit. What?
All right. Well. Okay. What?
Uh-huh.
He's been
Uh-oh.
drinking. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so it's I mean if you saw it from outside, it had to be in the observatory level, and that's this one right here, and he indicates but doesn't touch. But I mean, it's kind of the top floor, the top brass, and the brass telescope are there. So, are you sure you don't just want to call
Wait
it
a
a
minute.
day? Take this lovely dragon bone's worth a lot of money. You could take that home.
Where did the idiot
So-
say he was going to hide the thing, the key?
Oh yeah, he did say something. And
Shoot,
let me
you are
check my
right.
His
notebook.
name
Let
was
me check
Iskander.
the
Is
notebook.
Iskander
Yeah.
a guy you know?
Oh,
Iskander.
Iskander? He's always belly aching. Just going around
Yeah,
like.
that
Oh,
sounds right.
when we say the idiot, that's who we're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's. I mean. I mean.
What's the deeds on Iskander? What can you tell us?
Just. Like. He believes. I mean, he's a true believer, but no faith. If that makes kind of like sense.
It really doesn't, but I am not very wise.
Well, and I. But I mean, if he's down at the dungeon level, you're gonna need the key. If you want to get the key, and he was up at the top floor, I mean, that's where you kind of gotta go.
He said he was going to hide it, right? Where did he say to hide it? Does anyone remember? He said he was going to hide it somewhere.
I'm apparently rubbish at taking notes. I've been looking. I don't have anything
Hang
on
on
that.
1 second. Let me pop back to that quote here. I think he just said, I will hide it. I don't think he gave a specific location.
Yeah, he called us heroes.
He
which
did
I
call
think
you
is
heroes.
really- He was sort of,
I
you know,
fucking
taking
hate
some.
that guy.
Yeah, he's like perhaps
It was
worse.
heroes. They saw you in the village. I've taken the mask, but they'll realize something is missing within minutes. Please look for me beneath the tower. It's the only place I have a chance to hide. This is the key
Oh.
that will let you teleport to the dungeon. He holds aloft the white gleaming hourglass. I will leave it behind after I use it, but others may find it before you do. So he didn't like say it's going to be
Yes.
behind the potted plant or anything.
Trevor,
What?
I have to tell you, you read him just perfectly.
No, I think that's right. I think that guy's a colossal asshole.
It's you know, we get him sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you advertise as people who want to bring dragons back to dead life thing. You're going to attract a lot of dickheads. I mean, that's just really. I mean, look
Yeah.
at you. You're sort of a dickhead. I mean, seriously, I think it's time to reevaluate your life.
I've been doing that actively the last few minutes. Really, I think I've
I've
turned the
seen it.
corner.
No, I've seen some growth. I've seen
should
some growth.
probably
but-
charity work get started now. Bye. No.
No, you're staying with us, Trevor, because I've actually taken a shine to you.
Oh.
So if the top floor is full of the brass, I'm in no condition to fight them.
I'm not either. We're not. I'm not in good shape, y'all.
You
I'm
know,
in decent shape, but not brass shape.
I've been wanting to visit town like since I got here, but
I could do song of rest, y'all, if we want to take a short one.
I need more than that.
Can we? All right, Trevor. Is there a way to get to town and get back right here? Is there a way without going through that whole weird, crazy, whatever that is? Not a labyrinth, but labyrinth.
ah, I mean,
They
I
they
have
have
to tell
a.
you, I hate that maze.
I
I
have
really hate
teleportation. I have teleportation circle. Or do I need to be standing on one to get back to it, or can I just do it and then
Oh,
end
you
up
can
there?
draw it in and draw. If you know the sigil on this one, you can draw yourself right to it.
so you could draw
That-
yourself to the base of the tower, and you could send
Mhm.
yourself home, outside Waterdeep, and one or two other places. I think Dragon Place and one other.
Oh, there was
Uh,
one. There was one at the Dragon Mountain, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
So-
there was one. There was one at the Dragon Mountain.
So
can
you
go
could go to
home.
any of those places if you chose.
Ooh.
Okay. And then I get my stuff back after a short rest. So
And also, Casey, is there a sigil here that Yaz could learn to teleport us right back here?
The base of the tower outside, and Yaz has already done
Already
a
memorized. Okay.
Already written that one down.
already did a rubbing of that one.
Okay.
I got it.
Right.
Sorry, I
so
missed that.
okay, so here's the question: we could teleport there, have a solid rest. We could send Trevor on his way.
Or, and just hear me out. Trevor could talk to some people in Waterdeep. I know, Trevor,
Water.
you're not in favor, but they
It-
have an
Trevor,
extremely
I will make
brutal
sure you
penal
get out
system.
of here, but you're not going to get a vote on what we do.
Poor Trevor. I mean, not really. He was trying to create the Draco Lich, but
But since he surrendered to me, he's been very helpful. He's been very
No,
forthcoming.
yeah, I gotta side with Show on that.
I mean, look, I understand that Draco Lich has a negative connotation, but I think if you keep an open mind and we do a little
Did I
more
tell you that we
conversing,
killed one?
you didn't.
We
Congratulations,
did.
probably in order there. But have you
So we're
considered
familiar
working
with- they-
with the
they
Draco
offer-
Liches?
No.
All right, guys,
just-
we got two issues. Sorry, I interrupted. I'm sorry.
You interrupted Trevor. It's okay.
I got two issues. One, we don't know where Anrin is right now, and so I
That's
mean,
true.
if we blip off to Waterdeep and rest, we've left Anrin here on her own.
So I will say, for world ease, if you do decide to blip out, when you blip out, she'll be standing there like, "What's wrong with this thing?" And you'll stay together.
The second is at some point we really need to get like our own space. I don't like having to go to Waterdeep and depend on the kindness of Water
But we have
Dahavians.
King
my
Yaz's
castle.
castle.
Wait, we have Yaz's castle. Is that one of your
It
teleportation?
has a
places?
circle.
That's the play. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Then that's
So
the
we could
spot.
just go there and send. Well, Trevor, we could give you the option to stay there and like become a part of the team. Snapjaw would love to meet you, I'm sure.
He's got a great name.
I would love to be your religious advisor. I see this as an
Probably
exciting
not that.
opportunity.
No, but maybe we need someone to shovel shit.
You might want to shop that a little, but
Consider that you said that you joined the cultists originally because your life was in danger, correct?
I mean, I say religious advisor, you say shovel shit, tomato, tomato, but
I mean, there are some people who find a lot of faith and meaning in shoveling shit, and that might be you.
Manual labor can be very rewarding.
I look, I
True.
started off here in flesh removal. I only just recently promoted up. I see a lot of, opportunities within your conclave. The not dying, big,
Yeah.
big
What are
positive.
we?
Super signing bonus right
We
there.
offer great benefits. One of them is not being killed.
I like the life assurance policy.
And you know what? We'll throw in food.
Even
We'll throw in
better.
food and shelter, and
We have
chance
the
for
best-
promotion.
Yeah, we have the best hunters at my castle.
Trevor is a little more charismatic than Snapjaw. Maybe he could do some of that shopping for us.
I
It's
kind
true.
of like that idea. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I trust Snapjaw. I'm not sure I trust Trevor yet. But Trevor, you're growing on me.
Mhm.
I like your energy.
A turn of a whole new leaf. What did we say when I met? I'm your boy Travoy. Let's go with it.
Stop with the Travoy. That's not
No,
gonna
it's
happen.
just like,
The boy thing, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't.
yeah,
It's not working.
Us saying
You're-
your real name, no, that's not gonna.
You're forever Trevor in my heart.
Forever
Trevor.
Trevor.
Oh, I love it. Forever,
That's a good
Trevor. Let's get that tattooed on his ass. All right.
Snapjaw will do it.
We should not do that. That's not respecting his agency. But you want to live, right?
I do actually want to live. I'd like to see the turning of the age, and being dead just won't manage that.
All right,
So
let's guys, should we head off to Castle Yaz?
I think so, and have a good rest. And I think we give Trevor the choice when we're there.
Yeah.
Either he works with us, becomes part of the team, or he goes in dungeons that are full of frog shit.
A lot of frog shit.
A
Super
lot
froggy.
of frogs. It's a lot of frog shit.
It is.
It's ugh.
I mean, it's
can't
not even really
tell, this is
frogs. I mean,
disgusting.
it's bullywogs. I mean, it's giant
oh,
frogs.
those are
They're
the
even bigger.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh
Real
man,
stinky,
I
real
had
tiny.
I had to put up with some bullywogs at Castle Neritar for a while. It was the
That's where we're
worst.
going.
That's where we're going. They're not there anymore.
Oh,
We killed
That's
them all.
that's my castle now. It's mine.
and
We
Dromore,
can do those things.
the Born Grey, how's he doing? He's an
I don't-
ass.
He's dead.
That's
Yeah.
good.
He's lucky that he died before Yaz learned some things.
This is very true.
So are you just like a different branch of the cult?
No.
No, silly. We're against the cult.
Are you sure? Cause
Yes.
okay.
I mean, we're grim as shit. Don't get us wrong. I mean,
Just-
we are grim, but we're grim because your cult gets grim on so many other people, and we just want other people to be able to kind of hang out and be groovy. And your people keep getting in the way of that.
I've heard that.
I mean,
We're
I know
trying
you're
to-
Orthodox. I know you're Orthodox, and they're sort of like in their own thing. But
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we're really just, dragons and dead dragons is really, our thing.
mhm, mhm.
The dead people were kind of useless.
Yeah.
Not
So-
to Yaz.
Hey now, and then he's gonna cover the
I
specter's
I mean,
Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
to us on like a like a grand Draco Lich prophecy scale. Yeah, okay. So I think
Trevor,
Uh,
we have so many more questions.
I
for you.
think the
I'm
plan
sure
may
we'll be
be.
able to ask you a bit.
I think the
Oh, and
plan
then-
may be to pull away from Zonthal's tower to return to Castle Neritar, or Castle of King Yaz, as it's more properly known.
Way more properly.
Doing a little rest recuperation, some of which can, of course, be a long rest. And since you would be attaining a long rest in a protected environment, you can also go ahead and apply one of them fancy level ups.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Because
gosh.
wow,
my
have
God.
you all earned
Yes.
that level up?
Thank you, because this is huge for me.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Does that refill
So-
my rerolls? No.
It does not refill
Uh,
the rerolls. That will do the
Oh my
level up.
God.
Uh, And
should we do that right now?
so
Casey?
I will say, let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's take a little bit of a probably extended chill time break. Let's say like 5 to 15 minutes. And if Anrin is not back by then, what I will say we'll do is probably bullshit for a little bit. Cover any things that you might want to do with your freedom while you bounce around. And then
We're
we
gonna
will
want to talk to
probably
Trevor.
pick up not next week, the following week, to go from there. So you can do a little interviewing with Trevor. You can check in with your other NPCs and do such things. But as you have picked up, there's a bit of a boss battle situation coming up.
Yeah.
And we want to be at full strength for that. So let's do a quick drink break. Party level.
man.
Party, what level are you at now?
We're
Level
going to
10.
10. We're going to 10.
10.
And I get
That's
lots of
wonderful.
spells. I get lots of
Oh,
spells.
magical secrets. Yes.
Magical secrets.
secrets. My bardic inspiration goes
I
up. and
love
get-
it.
I love this level. This is the best level for bards.
This is a good one. And as far as the campaign goes, just kind of on a big thing, we're getting into boss battle, sub-boss battle, boss battle, boss battle, big boss battle kind of sequence here. So
Okay.
buckle up, folks. But we'll go ahead and switch to, you know what? Let's, every time I
don't
turn
care
the
if people
audio off, we
listen to
start
us.
getting entertaining. So I'm going to leave the audio on.
Leave
But
it
I will-
on, we'll-
I will hide the video so you can do things. So let's do video. So they can see your characters dance, they can see the map, but they won't be able to see us. They can hear us though.
Ah!
Oh no, was there hit dice rolling happening? I'd clicked away.
I did roll one. I got
Oh,
6.
I'm gonna roll this time. I never roll. I always
excellent.
take the average.
Same.
I took the average, but
6.
Six
That's
is
better than the average.
6 is good.
That's wonderful.
Yay for me.
Excellent.
Chiquito, did you get the average? You took the average.
Yeah, I did. I always.
Your average is a little better than
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I took the average. It gave me 12 hit points.
Oh, jeez.
Well then.
I think I just cracked 70.
Nice. I've got in the community campaign for my barbarian, Alex tempted me while I was tired and drinking into rolling for my hit points. So I've managed to
What'd you
break.
get?
I've managed to break average, but there was a 1 in there. So
All right. I get expertise. What skills should I add to my expertise levels?
The big thing that Show gets now is if she's raging and has her storm aura up, everyone within her that she chooses within 10 feet of her has resistance to lightning damage.
Ooh.
So
we
my,
are
my storm
Matea.
aura
We
gives all
are
of you
two
resistance.
barbarians, or actually a dual classer, barbarian cleric, barbarian druid, bard, warlock.
I think I'm going to take Arcana because that's been coming up a lot for us. Like having expertise in Arcana.
Ooh,
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. That doubles my proficiency bonus. So
Nice.
excellent. Coming along with your magical secrets is a knowledge of the arcane. Appropriate.
that's a tough choice.
Probably deception.
I think
I would
perception
think.
comes up more often for us though.
Oh, it
It
sure does.
It
Yeah,
does,
that's
but
true.
we're
That's
going
true.
into the end
Yeah,
game though.
deception would be really useful.
All right, I'll take choosing 2 spells. Fireball.
Yeah. That's what I'm
I'm
talking about.
curious if I should, because I picked up Whispers of the Grave because I thought it would be handy. And we haven't used it yet, but then again, we were in a maze. Do I go
Oh, we
back
could have
to?
asked Trevor questions even if I'd killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Trevor's like, I mean, but think of how inconvenient that would be. Just 3, and I couldn't learn anything more.
All right, quick question for the group, and Ed, you've played way more bards than I have. I'm torn between because Yaz has 2 spell slots, backing up teleportation, or
Mm.
because I'd hate to lose Hunger of Hadar in a clutch moment. Uh,
Is Yaz? Can you cast by ritual?
I don't think warlocks can, but let me double check in case I'm wrong. I don't think they
Because
can though.
teleportation is definitely a ritual spell.
It is.
I think
Teleportation.
only with the
Uh,
Book of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. That rings a bell for me.
But do
Yeah.
definitely double check because I have been wrong so many times.
Yeah,
I
let me
know
double check.
sin-
But I think you're right.
I feel like I need a couple more offensive things. I have a lot of buffing capability, but I don't have anything to. So I was thinking about Synaptic Static
Ooh. Let's see.
or
10.
Holy Weapon and blessing either Yaz's or Anrin's weapons.
I wouldn't say no to a holy weapon on show either.
Mhm.
Yeah, Holy Weapon's pretty awesome.
Ooh, I get another. Wait, we're at 10?
We are doing Holy Weapon. I love that spell.
Let's see. What level are we at? We are now at level 10, correct? Or
Yep.
what level are we at?
That sounds right.
I get an otherworldly patron feature.
I get a new
Ooh.
cantrip.
Oh, that's right. My feature is the armor
True
of
Strike.
hexes.
I feel
That's right.
True Strike's the way to go.
Dawes' favorite.
I
My
mean, if
hex.
you want to be useless, I suppose you can be.
Yeah.
I still have never found any synergy with that spell. And I
No,
try
there's
so hard.
there's it sounds like it would be so good, and the mechanics of it are so bad.
If it was a bonus action, it would be
If it was a
phenomenal.
bonus, correct. But making a cantrip a bonus action is kind of a rough go, you know.
Yeah,
and
but it does so little. Like, really, I don't think it would be broken to make it a bonus action.
it
I-
just it feels like something that should have just been cut. Like it shouldn't be a spell because it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't want Blade Ward either because it takes. Ugh.
Okay, I don't get another spell, but I get another cantrip. That's a thing.
Yeah, I'm.
Shocking Grasp is my favorite cantrip for being able to take away reactions.
Yeah, I don't think I have that though. I wish I did. I don't.
I mean, for Rob, picking another cantrip,
Mm,
Shocking Grasp is huge.
It is not available to me,
Oh, you'd have to take it as a magical secret, and that would be a waste.
and I'm not going to. I took Fireball and and Synaptic Static. Or no, I took Fireball and Holy Weapon. I think I'm gonna take dumbass, although way fun for roleplay, Prestidigitation.
I love it.
I love the
Mhm.
spell. I love the spell. I just it doesn't, it's
I almost
one.
can't play without it. I want to use it all the time.
I mean, I thought about Mage Hand just because it has something, but without Ledger Domain, Mage Hand is not that great.
Minor Illusion can be useful.
Minor Illusion can be useful.
Eric.
I'm gonna take Prestidigitation.
Which spell, Pruno? Which spell haven't you used once? Prestidigitation?
He's never used when I have it, I use it all the time. I just Prestidigitation.
It's the flavor everything spell.
It really is the flavor.
I mean, like a literally flavor everything spell. If you're eating and you're not using prestidigitation, what do you don't like salt? It's like A1. Put it on everything. Cornflakes.
Magical curry paste.
And I
Magical
can
curry paste.
still add 2 more spells from the Bard list. This is a great level for me.
Oh yeah. I am able to turn into an elemental.
Ooh,
Whoa, that's a big one.
Nice.
That's a biggie.
That's a biggie.
Got some stuff going on there.
I think I'll take Speak with Animals. I'm not gonna.
I know it's a simple scrolling effect, Jenna, but I can still just sit here and stare at this background for hours and just be like, it's so pretty.
I'm glad you like it.
I'll click on the YouTube video and I'll hover over it and watch the background move quick with the preview screen.
Mm-hmm. Accidental murder? Prestidigitate that blood away. That is exactly how you do it.
Would there be value in me taking a bunch of healing / like I could take Greater Restoration and Mass Cure Wounds?
I see a lot of value there.
I do too, but I only have 2 5th level spell slots anyway. That's 2 5th level spells.
I mean, what are the odds that you will encounter something that can only be cured by a greater restoration? Again.
Well, I'm gonna take Greater Restoration.
You're
so
taking Greater
I'll take
Restoration?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious, for my cantrip, should I take Toll the Dead or Green Flame Blade?
Oh,
Green Flame Blade would be really good for you.
Green Flame Blade.
Except it's an action to cast, so you would not attack twice.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that's making me pause, because you do hit another thing, so you're still kind of getting a second attack.
Yeah, but you.
Well,
know?
if you
Yeah,
use
I don't know.
the action, you
It's
wipe
a-
out that attack for that whole roll. I mean, you don't get some. Like, if you use an action to cast a spell, you're not attacking that round. Right?
It forces you to make so the flame blade gives you an attack as part of that spell.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
you're
okay.
it's not hungry. What's the hungering blade? Thirsting blade.
Thirsting Blade gives me 2 attacks. So either way, I'm hitting like, oh, that's the difference. Like for the Thirsting Blade, I could hit one and another target, or I could hit the same target twice. For this, it'd be hitting one target once, and then a flame jumps to another nearby target.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe mathematically Thirsting Blade is in your favor, assuming that you are using Hex and your other stuff that gives you bonuses, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done the math on that one.
Toll the
I
Dead
think you're better with
has
that.
Toll the Dead has the benefit of when somebody's damaged, it does more damage,
2d12
but
at this level. That's pretty
Mhm.
good.
Damn it.
it's pretty good. But it does have. I mean, it's a save throw, right?
Mhm.
So
3d12 at next level.
yeah.
But your
I
save
mean,
is 17. I mean,
that's pretty good odds for a Shy Kid, right? Like I don't know.
And it's a what kind of saving throw? A wisdom? Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Wisdom. So that's the only thing is wisdom. You'd have
Uh-huh.
And
just
generally, when we're
going
fighting
on.
big bads at the end of a campaign, it's not like they're sitting on an 8 wisdom.
Mhm.
But it's a great. I mean, when you're out of spells and you could do 2d12 damage
That's
on a
true.
cantrip,
Mhm.
not too shabby.
Yeah, that's very true.
But then Eldritch Blast. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah blah is the best.
Blood is pretty good.
Also, Ed, I apologize. I haven't figured out if it's my brain telling me it's a Z or if it's my fingers never hitting the X properly on the keyboard.
you're not alone.
I know it's TX, but every time I type it, it comes out TZ. So somewhere in there.
I think I'm gonna take Synaptic Static anyway because I really like that spell.
Excellent.
Do it.
And then for my other spell, I'm gonna take Greater Invisibility.
It is so nice.
You're crazy.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm settling on it. I can change one spell. Is there a spell I never use?
Hmm.
Well, do I get rid of invisibility?
If you're taking, no, because it's the lowest level spell slot.
It is a lower level spell slot, right?
Okay. What about this? Because I never. This is like I think a newer one. There's Mind Sliver, so it doesn't do a crazy
Ooh,
amount
I
of
like
damage,
that silver.
but yeah. So it's like your target must succeed on an Intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
Yeah, that's pretty good for you could
Mhm.
set up other spells.
Mhm.
Man, I wanted to cast Geas earlier and I didn't have it. So now I'm sort of like, oh, should I take it?
Take it and put it on Trevor.
That was my whole thing as I was gonna Geas Trevor, but
It's it's not a bad idea.
but I want another ritual spell, and I don't think I have a whole ton of them available to me as a bard.
Just I am a little sad that he couldn't get It's Your Boy Travoy to work. So
Nope.
But
But
he's
forever
forever
Trevor.
Trevor.
just he's forever
Uh-huh.
Trevor.
Forever Trevor.
Forever Trevor 21.
I feel like he's gonna start a boy band with Leosin.
Hmm.
We can save the world.
All right, I have not once used Identify since we've been in this bar, but still a useful thing for me to have, I think.
Yeah, we just haven't been finding all the cool shit.
And I don't want Fairy Fire has been clutch for us several times. Comprehend languages I have actually used more than we think. Phew. I think I'm gonna keep what I got. I could get rid of sending.
I think we keep that.
Okay. All right,
I
I'm
mean,
staying.
that'd be
I'm
my
staying.
choice anyway.
No, I think you're right. I think I gotta remember I'm mostly a utility guy, so I'll keep where I'm at. I just want to have a couple things that I can use to make big booms when we need them.
Make it a
All right.
big boom.
I've been waiting for this level for so long.
You guys put in work on this last level.
Oh,
You really did.
oh, I'm so happy we got to level 10.
Jeez.
This last bit was rough. Oh, I got a huge 74 hit points. That's where I'm at, guys.
Nice, nice. All right, let's see here.
Any word?
49 fewer than me.
Well, that's why I hide behind you, show.
Yep.
All right.
We have any word from Maureen on Anman coming in?
Not
Or?
so far. So I think we're gonna draw this evening to a close, and we have off next week. Do some vacation. What do you think of that for a Trevor?
He's out of his robes.
He's out of his
Okay.
robes.
We can get him into some like regular street clothes and can I try to talk him like I talked tough to him when we were in Xanthar's tower. Can I try persuading him that this was a pretty good gig being like the seneschal maybe, or talking first with Yaz to see if that's okay with Yaz?
I mean, you have him pretty well cowed. He is still set in his beliefs, but he understands that those have taken a little bit of a setback, so he's going to have to, reset from there. If a Gias is being employed, that definitely.
I don't have it.
Okay.
I don't have it. I didn't take it.
Is there anything beyond the normal influences that people can exert? Any magical influences being applied?
I didn't take anything that. Rob's kind of about freedom of thinking, and
Sure.
so
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't take anything like that.
So I will
really
say,
just offering him the chance to live and get out of there.
yeah, staying alive, big benefit. You know, tending to the castle, benefit. The castle does have a massive library that Born Grey left behind, so benefit. And you are arguably in alliance league, not hostility, with a black dragon. So he's like, "Are you really sure you're not, with the cult?" And you're like, "No, we're against the cult." He's like, "'Cause dragon castle. Okay, sure."
Look, we're pretty pro free will, I think is the way to put it.
I mean, we have sects for that.
You have what for that?
Sects.
Really, let's. I hope there's consent in that.
Yeah, seriously, because that's what free will is like. I mean, that's all right. Just you have
secular, but
like you have
with
a synod
tuss.
or like a denomination of the cult that's like into free will.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yet
Yeah.
you're like binding dragon spirits and.
Oh, hey, no binding. This is all optional. I mean, it's not like you're gonna hold a dragon down and force him to drink a potion. They'll bite your arm off.
They could.
That's also true.
Yeah, so you gotta talk him into it, show him the benefits, find them a model that they like. Chrome tends to help.
I'm just sort of confused as to what's your benefit in this.
Oh, well, there is a prophecy that says that come the end times, dead dragons will rule the land, and, having been influential in the creation and maintenance of those dead dragons, we end up in a pretty cherry position.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, like,
Prophecy.
Yeah. I heard a prophecy that like the entire like Sword Coast government was into like child slavery and stuff, and it was all controlled by
Pizza
some.
Gate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
these are.
What is a pizza?
Listen, I'm not very smart, but I can see through that.
Yeah. Well, there was a whole lot of misinformation coming out, and people were believing a lot of bullshit. Anyway.
I mean, if anybody's gonna end up ruling the next world, Undying Dragons seems like a pretty safe bet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you think the most powerful thing you can imagine, Undying Dragon. I mean,
So, so you're gonna when they're gonna live longer than you. You die, and then what happens? And then you
Oh,
come
I mean,
back.
like eventually I'm going to die. I'm mortal, but
Mhm.
Right, right,
I
yeah.
would.
I'm assuming that whatever this happens is gonna be way after you're gone, right?
I, I don't think it's next year, but probably the year after that.
Oh,
What
within 2 years. Okay.
That
what
is
are your
sort of what we're working
prophecy
against directly.
what are your prophecy projections? What do you expect to do within the next quarter, maybe 2 quarters?
Well, you see, it's all based on a calendar, but since that calendar has changed based on the moon cycle and the times of the Earth spins and that sort of thing, it's really more of a. It could be any time in the next 20 years, but it could be next year. It's probably going
Oh
to be.
shit, you're rationalizing being wrong.
Oh, yeah, seriously now. Come on. Like I've read this shit before. Like, oh yeah, within the end times are coming in 10 years. And then somebody's like, oh, I misread the science. Look, here's the deal. You seem like a pretty good guy. On the whole, Trevor. You seem like an okay dude.
Thank you.
Um yeah, I mean, because all of us have done some pretty shitty things. I mean, seriously. Hopefully in the service of something good. And I get, you know, the quest to sort of buy into something bigger than yourself, right? Um, but the thing that we're all sort of into, I think, and I'm like looking around, is like freedom and free will has a little bit to play there, and that nobody should really be an overlord. And when you say the most powerful thing in the world would be a chrome dead dragon, there are gods that have fought, if I'm remembering my Forgotten Realms lore here, that have done all kinds of crazy crap and have lost power and then have gone away and come back, and some of them don't come back well and they pass on their power to somebody else and that one rises and everything. Nothing's forever, man. So just, I don't know, if Rob had a blunt, he would pass it. Like just
And,
just
and
just relax a little bit, man, because like all this shit's gonna pass.
I mean, okay, but like
Are you looking for security? What are you looking for?
I mean,
Man, I'm having a moment.
let's I mean, think about it this way, okay? Like let's put aside, the classic cult. Let's talk new cult for a second. New cult,
Oh, that weird, too much sugar.
a little too much sugar. Nobody really likes it. The
New
packaging's a little
Cult was
weird.
not as good as Classic Cult.
I mean,
Um,
I think everybody can agree. But if we're looking at new cult, they're interpreting it that the dead dragon will be Tiamat because she's gone to hell. She was a goddess, she's died, she's come back, and she'll rule. You gotta kind of squint pretty hard to read it that way, but it could be a thing. So, like, they're talking next week. And, I mean, if she's coming back next week, it doesn't hurt to be in the cult.
Doesn't really work for my schedule.
I, I, I mean, it's not for everybody. That's why there's fire and ice and whatever the green one does and acid and
poison.
the
It
lightning.
does poison, man.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's kind of like their pitch
Yeah.
is, you know, it's choose now or next week the fire. So I'm kind of okay being on, team not fire. But
That's
I
right.
mean, really, my money's on it's going to be like 2 years, and it'll be undead dragons. Save
Okay.
money.
That's
I see where you're coming from, Kevin.
say I'm assuming they people brag here and there. I mean, obviously, about just there's no way they're gonna stop us and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody says that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
What
like,
exactly?
you probably think that.
No, I'd
Me?
put our odds at 50-50.
Me? I think that nothing's gonna stop us.
I mean, why would you go up against the cult if you thought you were going to lose?
Because you have to try.
Exactly.
We are brave idiots. We call other people idiots, but we are also idiots ourselves.
It's true.
That's the wisdom of Yaz you just heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I try and cover
That's
my
why he's
bet.
the
Like,
king.
if I'm betting on 32, I also slide half that bet to red. But
No,
That's fine.
I totally understand you, Trevor. I get that. Um,
Either way, I mean, yeah, that's great. Let's get more immediate though. I mean, I was gonna ask questions, but what are we gonna face when we get up there in that top brass room?
oh, well,
yeah.
I dabble in the arcane.
Uh-huh.
My friends were professorial in the arcane. They're
What have you seen him do?
You're talking about
Just say
powerful
you don't have to make
spellcasters.
it. This ain't a damn poem. Let's just come on. Tell us what we're gonna see up there.
You
But
ever
if you
seen
are
anybody
gonna make it a
kill something
poem,
with
make it
just
a
like their
limerick.
finger? Just like dead.
No, but I've read about it in stories. All right, that's
Yeah.
good to
Joe will
know.
look at her finger and say, I could try.
Killed someone with my spit.
I
It's true. I've seen
I,
it.
I got these, and he's gonna go ahead and go for a second.
yeah, they're I mean, they're our best
All right,
spellcasters.
and we have to go there. You think to get this hourglass?
I I would I would think so.
They-
I
Are
mean,
they are not aligned with the new cult.
we're I mean, we're all one big happy cult.
Yeah,
So
But
just
I mean, you guys
realistically, is
trying to
there a
kill.
possibility of negotiating to allow the undead dragon side of the cult to persist? We take the mask, we prevent the lesser new cult with their newfangled ideas from doing their stupid shit, and is that possible?
That's well said there, so stupid shit.
I so it's been a couple hours since we left. There's not a whole lot of movement through the tower, but you left a lot of bodies on every floor. Somebody's probably going to have noticed by now. So,
But some of them might make the decision that you made and to not be one of them.
yes. But, and I can't apologize enough for this. You might remember early on I was trying to kill you.
Yes, and I was trying to kill you and was about to.
I appreciate that we managed to work this out, but they're probably going to be of that initial impression too, where they're gonna try and kill you, you're gonna try and kill them. Um,
And that's my question. Is there a way to skip that stage and get to the talk about you are old cult, they are new cult, you're not really aligned?
Probably not. I mean,
Okay.
the ones that
Well,
are
I'll just
hold
kill them all.
well, I mean, on my floor we were mostly old cult, but on the floor that's got the mask itself, there's kind of a mix of old and new. There's not a whole lot of trust there.
Right.
I see. So when we
Is there a side we could exploit, though?
I you're kind of going to be showing up in a room that's got one of our holy relics in it, so they're probably not going to be much in the explain yourself kind of thing. I mean, you could try. I I'd be surprised if it worked, but
Are there any of them that are really good friends of yours that you would like me to bring back and not kill?
eh, it it was. I mean, okay. You know how I said Iskander was kind of a bellyacre?
Yeah.
He did have one point. The promotion sequence since New Cult happened was getting a little aggressive, and most of my recruiting class is dead now.
Oh.
So,
So
you
your
know,
buddies are gone.
yeah. I mean, we got relocated. I spent some time actually here in Neritar, and then over in the tower. And
You know, show, regardless of what Trevor's telling us here, I feel like that still might be exploitable. I mean, if
It
people
could
are getting
be.
killed, we find the right person. We might.
You know, I'm not a fan of this old cult either, but if
No, I
we
don't.
can find a way to turn the old cult against the new cult, it could give us a temporary ally.
Kind of like what we did at the start when we were following the caravan of people, where we like were trying to like pin people against each other and like make the
Yep.
mercenaries fight the cultists. That I mean that worked well.
I like
don't-
that idea.
That worked very well.
Mhm.
Yes.
I got a question, and I'm just thinking about this right now. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're talking about all this magic and stuff. There, you said they're professors and stuff
Yeah.
of magic. Oh, that's good. We got anything? How about you? Yeah, you said that you dabble.
I dabble.
Oh, okay. You able to you able to send messages back to your buddies back there?
Ooh, good
I
question.
hang on. What level is sending?
Sending is pretty high level. I
Third
think it's
level.
third.
He just falls short of that.
Mhm.
No, he has second level spells.
Oh, okay. But I mean, you did there.
Great
Either way,
question.
you got. They already try to talk to you. They're Trevor.
Oh, me personally? Not recently, no.
I
Okay.
gotta wait, Chiquito. I gotta imagine, and I'm actually looking at Trevor while I talk to Chiquito. um, I gotta imagine, Chiquito, though, that somebody who can kill somebody with a finger, just to point at somebody and make them die, that they've got access to a spell I can cast. So, what's the chances of you receiving a message from one of them?
I, uh, if they figured out I was missing and thought to cast the spell, uh, I mean, it's possible.
Trevor, I appreciate your honesty because I do believe you. And then I'm gonna turn over to Yaz and say, uh, I like Trevor. I think he's a good dude. But you know who I think would be a good friend to Trevor? Snapjaw.
I think you're right. Should we introduce him to Snapjaw?
Them y'all don't like liars. I don't think if people. Right?
Oh
You don't like.
no.
No, he likes people being straightforward, as I recall. Yeah.
Snapjaw is a very forthright
And
individual.
and Trevor, so far you have been nothing but forthright with us, and I am not trying to impugn your integrity. I am just, we are a little concerned that somebody who is a professor of magic might take hold of you and do bad things to us as we're not here. You get what
I
I'm saying?
okay.
When we leave to go back to Xanthar's Tower, you're going to be here because we're not bringing you back with us. I don't think. Are we? Wait, are we bringing him with us?
I don't think there's any reason to.
No,
No.
no. I think you're safer here, right, Trevor?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
If we take him back, he's. I don't know.
Hey,
He's
he's
not. I
gonna.
mean, I'm not saying he's gonna double cross us, but if he did, I mean, he'd be
No,
dead. I think we would all go after him first.
no,
Definitely.
and
He only
and
dabbles. He'll be quick.
and I'm at a place right now
I
where I don't want to kill Trevor.
I mean,
I don't either.
I don't want to kill you, Trevor.
I've got so much shoveling to do downstairs. I'll be busy for a while.
Well, it's not even that, Trevor. I think you've actually got potential, and that's just what I'm saying, guys. I mean, this is your castle, yes. I don't want to talk for you, but I do fear that these professors could do something with Trevor while we're gone
Like
and hurt
convince him to
us.
do something stupid.
That's what I'm saying, and I think we need somebody trustworthy to watch him after we leave. Is what I guess I'm saying.
I think that is a strong observation. Uh, I'm trying to. What's the word for someone? Advisor Rob.
Oh man, I got a title and shit.
Oh
Awesome.
yes, you are all advisors. High in the
shit!
chain of
Now you're a
command.
noble.
Oh man, now oh fancy and shit. I don't know if I can do with
Right?
that, but you know what? I'd be fancy for you, yes.
Thank
I, I
you.
w- I wouldn't be fancy for anybody else.
I wouldn't hold you up to any like noble expectations, but I mean, hey, that you can be like chill and be like, I can get away with it.
And we can still do crazy shit later, right? Like just
Oh
hang out
yeah,
and do dumb shit. Okay, cool.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
You're still up for tipping cows in Waterdeep?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're doing that later, right? Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right.
Oh hey,
Trevor,
Snap
you
as well.
expressed
Trevor.
Trevor, you expressed some concern about the advancement. How would you like to be the Black Worm speaker?
Ooh, oh, holy shit, show.
Because I can give you the robes.
I'm uh uh
Show drop, or I'm sorry, show doesn't drop because I'm not show. Rob drops whatever drink he is holding. He just boom, it just falls out.
um
Oh, are you okay?
I mean
The girls perk up like what?
that would be an honor, but again, are you really sure you're not just a an arm of the cult? Because
No, I just have the robes because I crushed the skull of the last Black Dragon speaker.
oh
We cleaned them up.
I'm okay in
Can we
this.
get anybody else?
I'm
Of
gonna
course.
I'm
Do we
gonna
get
be
anybody else?
shoveling. I probably shouldn't wear the robes while I
We killed the
shovel.
white one and the blue one too.
Mhm.
I ate one of them.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
That's
that
right.
blue
I
one.
forgot about that.
And fun fact, bullywog slime works really well with removing stains. You wouldn't think it because it smells, but it removes a stain and then put it through a lavender wash. Those robes are good as new.
I'm just
Even don't anybody let you're not wise, yes.
I I got shovel boots. I'll be good.
But you could earn these robes. We could dress you up in purple. You'll be so fancy.
We have lots of shit, like that might be worthwhile to you. And I
Yeah.
want to be, and
Also,
I
if the
am being
Black Dragon
100%
comes to
serious.
visit, you could have the robes on and say like, "Hi."
Oh,
Yeah. It's a
He does.
that is
He
a
visits quite often. You could speak to him,
Oh,
get to know
he
him.
really doesn't have a lot of patience though. So
Yeah.
no,
you know,
he doesn't really actually think the Colt's all that
if
bright,
someone was
as
trying
I
to
recall.
speak for the dragons, he would probably eat them.
I think honestly, I'm worried if he finds out about Trevor being part of the cult. I don't know if we could.
I mean
That's
Uh-oh.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
he'd probably eat him.
I mean
The
that
It's
Black Dragon,
probably best if Trevor just does not play up any of that cult bullshit.
That would be horrible. Because I mean, we might not be able to see through Trevor's shit, but that dragon definitely
Mm.
would.
Oh yeah, that dragon.
He'll show up and you'll say, "I'm a cultist," and he'll say, "Oh, I'm done with your shit."
shovel. Yeah,
You're
shovel.
gonna be shit because I'm gonna eat you.
and you know what? Here's the thing, Trevor. I know this sounds like we don't like you, but we do. We're trying to keep you alive, and we're giving you lots of hints.
I
Lots of
Such
hints.
like we're
I-
such little shit stirrers. We're just like, Trevor.
I mean everybody
like
shows
Trevor.
affection in a different way.
I like
So-
Trevor. I want Trevor to succeed. I am really hoping Trevor is like a great part of the Yaz company and is promoted within with great expediency.
I'm gonna pull out those those worm speaker robes, and just lay them out.
You sell
Oh.
and if you get 20 more people to join, you can help.
I was hoping to turn them into a pretty dress, but you could grow into them.
Oh man.
Aw. So with that and ongoing threats towards Trevor, I think we'll bring this week to a close. We will have off for vacation next week and then come back in again, full strength, I believe, to deal with the remnants of Zonthal's tower and see what plans they come up with from there. A new acolyte of the cult of Coca. That would take a little bit of preaching to Trevor.
Coca
But
directly in his face. What a shit.
that's all things in time, I suppose. But thanks everybody for swinging by. A little bit of a short session this time, but we will pick back up with a lead-in to probably a boss battle pretty shortly after. We've got a adventure coming up on Friday for our community campaign. Tomorrow, Thursday, do we have anything going? I feel
Think
like
it's a
that
video
was
game.
the horror
Tragedy.
games.
It's the tragic
Tragedy side.
It's
tragic
tragic.
sides.
Or tragic
Yeah, it's-
sides.
Excellent.
Yep.
So we'll get a little more horror campaign, so you can watch Alex and friends in jump scare mode, and then um, 2 weeks
Probably
from now,
go Salt Marsh Sunday. Oh, sorry.
Saltmarsh Sunday. Excellent.
Yeah.
So whole bunch of stuff going on. Do feel free to hop into Discord and hang out. We always got stuff going. 7 Days to Die is getting towards. It's got to be getting close to the 100th day at this point on this one.
No, we're actually in the 50s, but we are going to reset after the next one because the long
Yeah.
days we're already getting our peak horde nights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Really.
So
Yeah.
after that resets once or twice more, I'm sure we will kick back around to Minecraft and other such places as time
I'm ready.
passes.
Oh,
Ready for the Minecraft jump?
I'm ready to come back
We-
to Minecraft.
We have a big Valheim expansion coming out in a couple of weeks, so
That's
or in a
true.
week.
That's right.
I own that too. I can play
There
that.
you go.
You sure do.
Lots of stuff to do. And ongoing RP in the chats and such things. So do please feel free to swing by. Other than that, have a great evening. We're gonna go ahead and yes, we do have Valheim. So if you look, I think it's under the channel, probably something like PC Games. You'll see 7 Days to Die and then Valheim and Minecraft. I think most folks right now have taken a break from Valheim and are doing 7 Days to Die, but we tend to migrate back and forth every few weeks as we, see patches come out.
Yeah.
I do know
Like I said.
there is that Valheim patch that's landing soon. Hearth and Home. There we go. So back up soon with Earth and Home. Cool. So thanks everybody. We'll head out. Oh, there's Alex. Alex, if you see anybody who's up and running and would like a raid, feel free to throw. And we'll go from there.
Here's everybody.
Bye.
Well, bye. Of course, Planet Buster. We're looking forward to having you.
Yay!
See you soon.
I'm going to General 2.
Yay! Where mistakes are made.